so I just kind of went through how this works. Alright, there's the final scene, right? Everybody sees in the beginning. Let's go through and show you where it happened. Alright, so we'll get right here in this corner. If you go and you watch these clips where this car rams Foolio's car, this man's standing here, trees here, stones. Alright, the only place that matches that, and also you got the drain culvert. The only place that matches that at all is this place right here. There's the main road entrance right there, and you got the other one over there on the other side by Holiday Inn. This takes you to the dumpster pad and to the stop sign. And then there's a Y here. This takes you over behind the Holiday Inn. And then you can take a right turn here over behind the Holiday Inn and get back out onto the main road. Alright. So let's go ahead. Take you back to the scene of where it started, according to all the footage. There's the parking lot, there's the drain culvert, there's this bend in the parking lot lining, there's this tree, here's the stones. They are in disarray right now. Stones are there. Put that down. Oh. Alright, so bad guy's car parked there. Person standing right here. Alright. So those are the stones, the drain culvert, the tree, the parking spot, the line. All from the picture where you clearly see this car ramming Foolio's car, this man standing with an assault rifle of some sort, likely probably an AK of some sort. This is where it happened. In the first bullet holes they show in the building, they don't show any bullet holes here because he was shooting this direction. Now, Foolio was coming from this direction, and they do show bullet holes in this window, this brick, and this pole. So I don't know if the shooter was already on foot and started over here and then ran this way with Foolio's car. I do not think Foolio backed up, did a U-turn. My guess is Foolio, after getting rammed right here, continued to go straight when he was finally able to take off, and did jump this curb here, likely breaking the right side passenger front tire. I don't think the ram did that. I think driving over these curbs here did this. It didn't. I couldn't see in any video clips that I have previously what might have been parked here. This way there's not a parking spot. It does show that in the video of the morning of the person driving by after, that there is, get me up here. Alright, so this is the final scene. It does show one car parked in this far parking spot, but you do not see anything else parking here. So if he jumped and came through here, likely breaking his wheel, and then got met, sorry, I'm not good at this, back here for the final shots where he landed, that's probably how it happened. The very starting to me is a little bit iffy. because of the bullet holes in the hotel around this other side that were before where you see this. So obviously there was gunfire before this car got rammed. I don't know if there was multiple shooters, but then he's going towards the drain culvert. So, you know, where am I? Trash can. If he's going towards the drain culvert, he's coming this way still. The only two other options are to take this left and make the exit, which probably could have saved Foolio's life, possibly, depending on how bad he got hit up from that first shooting there. But choosing to continue to go straight, I think, and then jump this curb through here, there is plenty of room for a car to go through here. To getting caught maybe by the second shooter or other, I don't know. That is iffy. Maybe the car just broke down there, the shooter was able to catch up and finish the job, or Foolio at that point succumbed to some of the bullet wounds and they went over there and finished. That's speculation. That I don't know. What I do know is I pointed out the route here of the way I believe the car took. My first conclusion was that, you know, maybe as he was coming through here, he hit this bad curbing and busted his wheel. But that was when I thought he came this way. His car was facing the other way. There is a chance that he could have, you know, moved back this way towards the scene, that he could have backed straight up here and back out the main road. But see, if there was a gunman chasing him from this way, that might have deterred that. The only thing that makes me say the gunman from this way is that there's a bullet hole in this pole, there's a bullet hole in this brick, and this middle, well, right side middle window is shot out. So bullet holes happened before Julio, like, as, I don't know if he pulled through here first, and the shooter started shooting, ran up, started shooting at his car, and he took off, and then got rammed, which sounds pretty like it could have very well been the case. He could have, as he pulled in here, the shooter started shooting, he got back in his car, took off, and got rammed over here. But had he taken the left turn here, maybe, depending on how bad he got shot up throughout here, maybe he could have made it. Or if he just backed, straight back up onto this main road and took off, maybe he could have made it. But these are my conclusions. I believe he came into here, checked in. The gunman gets out of the car from over here. We know the car is over there because of this scene where Foolio's car gets rammed. Shooter starts shooting. I'm not sure if he's actually ramming the car there or if he's just running and shooting. But this is the suspect's car. We know that because they show that the suspect's car is sitting right here. Now, it is parked in a different manner here, but this is what they're saying is the suspect's car here at 4:37. Alright? And then this happens. This don't have a timestamp. Not yet, anyways. But this could be a ramming and a shooting, which could be a lot of the damage that's on the side of Foolio's car. Or this is just a shooting after they started shooting him through here, because the one man was on foot. So he could have ran over here and been, or started over here with the shooting, hit this pole, this window, this brick. FOOLIO takes off. As he gets right here, right there, drain culvert, tree, stones, bend, parking. As he gets right here, he either gets rammed from this spot, or he just rammed and shot from this spot, or he just starts getting shot from this spot. At that point, FOOLIO continues to travel this way, I would assume. Mistake I believe FOOLIO made is he should have taken this left turn. I believe he came through here, went through this area, and to his final spot, going through that area back there over them curbs, busting his wheel in the process, and this being the final spot. My initial thought was that he broke his wheel coming around this turn, but he was facing in the wrong direction for that at this point. So I believe this theory that I have here is the proper one, and then the final shots happened. I don't know if any shots happened over here, because they had no marking for bullet casings in the crime scene over here. We never really got to see the crime scene from over this other area, from over here. We never got to see any crime scene from over here. We got to see this area was taped off over here by this main entrance, and that there was bullet holes in the side of the building over here. But we didn't get to see anything from here, and this appears to be where a lot of the shots happened into the car. And then my guess is he made what could have been a fatal mistake, depending on his wounds from that shooting there, and going this way through the dumpster pad off the left, and jumping the curbs, breaking his wheel, and landing where he landed. Had he gone this direction and took this left, veered this left, he could have easily have came down here, busted this right, and been out the main road. Bam. Front of the Holiday Inn. Alright. Now, had he made this main road, you know, that's all suspect based off of, you know, I don't know how bad the wounds from the shooting over here were. The wounds over here, I don't know, the tire looked like it wasn't going very far. So I don't know if the tire stopped them before succumbing to the wounds, or if the wounds stopped him at that stop sign. But either way, I believe that is the method. But yeah, they got the picture of the car. It looks like it might be ramming him, so that could be where the damage comes from. But it still doesn't explain to me the front wheel being hit, because that's not being hit. That's in front of where the damage is. This would be all in the door panels, and towards the back, where it did look like there was some damage.
He was the one driving.
But yeah, and then they also show that this is the suspect's car at 4:37. So they say that the suspect was already there waiting on FOOLIO. We haven't got a whole lot yet in evidence. These videos have been dropping, but there's still much more to come, I'm sure. But I believe that's what happened. I believe he went through that dumpster pad because there's a video that shows that there was only one car that I saw. You can't see back here, but this ain't a parking spot, so there wasn't going to be a car here to begin with. You can't see if there's a car parked there, but it could be irrelevant because his car could fit through here. These curbs could break his wheel. It does show one car in this spot that morning in a video as pass or go. So if there's no car here, he comes through here after breaking his wheel and stops here. There is a drag mark here on the road. You can't see it in this because this is April 2022 when this software for the GPS was updated for the hotel in Tampa. But because I originally thought that he came around this corner, ran over these curbs and busted his wheel, but he was facing the wrong way for that. I do not believe he backed up, made no U-turn. I don't know how accurate that other girl's story is, the eyewitness, where she saw 2 presidential SUVs pull in. Like, people, I swear people be typing this stuff up, saying that they're getting details and everything. I believe that my hypothesis here is probably pretty close to being valid based on so far the evidence we've seen and the layout and mapping of the hotel parking lot. There's 2 entrances. There's one over here and there's one over here. There may be another one on the other side of that third hotel over there, La Quinta or whatever it is. I think it's a La Quinta. You got Rooms 2 by Hilton, you got Holiday Inn, and I believe it's La Quinta over there on the other side. There may be a third entrance over there in front of La Quinta or on the far side of La Quinta as well. But the 2 that he could have got out of would have been to back straight back up that driveway out onto the road from the exit that's around the corner this way, or veered that left and went out at the Holiday Inn entrance right here. I'm assuming that when he came in that first entrance, he pulled straight into Rooms 2, went in, booked the room. As he was coming out, shots then got fired. To me, this 437 doesn't show that these guys were here before FOOLIO, because they could have followed FOOLIO here, parked the car here. I do not believe this is the same spot they were parked in when the shooting in the second video is. I haven't clearly identified what that spot right there is yet. I see a pole here, tree. It's a little bit harder. I believe that this is a camera from the hotel, and I'm not sure. I can't tell what's in front of the car here to tell you that it's in the same spot as it is right here. I don't believe it is. I believe that they followed FOOLIO here. They pulled there. A camera snapped a picture of it then. To me, it almost looks like the light's on. This could be from the light pole, but I don't see the glare on the other cars to back that theory up whatsoever. And then this is where I showed you, because it's the only spot in that whole parking lot that matches any of that, and it matches all of it. It matches the line, it matches the stones, even though the stones are in disarray. The tree, the drain culvert, the parking spots, and just based off the basic layout of the parking lot. Like, this is right off the main entrance. Like, it's right off the main entrance after they pull in. Like, literally, like, it shows that that's right here. Like, here's the stones, here's the tree, here's the line, here's the drain, here's the parking. Like, that's that spot, 100%. That is the camera from the hotel, from right here, this corner, pointing down. Like, That's exactly what that is. It might actually be from the camera over here. Like one of these right here. Like I believe that's a camera. Yeah, those are definitely cameras. So this is the camera. It captures the car here. As FOOLIO car comes through here. Like I said, I believe he pulled in this way. Get myself all twisted here. He pulls in right here. He pulls in right here. Pulls into this. The shooter on foot gets out. He starts shooting. He hits this brick, hits this window, hits this pole. I don't know if FOOLIO is in or out of his car at this point. He may have not even gotten out of his car, but they may have followed him in, pulled and parked. My guess is honestly over here or over here. They pulled and parked here, and then when he got out, I bet that driver backed up into this spot, and then he gets out and starts shooting. This all happened right around 4:40. The phone call to the police happened at 4:40. So the shots rang out just before that. So 4:37 on this does not tell me that they were already there. It tells me that they were followed them there. Unless they can show me that this car is parked here at 4:20. 4:25 maybe, the latest. 4:30 is pushing it. That they were there before FOOLIO got there. I wish there was a timestamp here. I really wish there was a timestamp here. But if it shows me that he got there before then, and we may see that evidence, and more evidence is going to come out, because obviously these cameras caught it. I'm sure there's cameras over here. I'm sure there's cameras near this. Like, he pulls in, gets shot at. I don't know if he's in his car or not. I don't know if he runs in his car, takes off. As he takes off, they chasing him. The shooter gets back to this corner. At this point, this car has, I don't think it's in this spot originally in that first picture. I just don't think that this is the same spot. I can't confirm or deny that it is the same spot in that first picture, but I don't think it is. My gut tells me that this is not where that car is in that first spot. Now, because the back shot of that car is much further away, and if that's off a hotel camera, to me that's further away. I think this is the pole right here. I believe that there's a flagpole right here, so I believe that he was over here, and he backs into this spot as like before FOOLIO takes off from being right here. And then as he's taking off, the shooters are trying to run with him, or maybe there's two shooters. We don't know. This is speculation, but this is my theory. He takes off. Car looks like it might have been rammed from here. It's hard to tell in this picture whether it's actually rammed. It does look awfully close, and he starts slamming on his brakes, but you're gonna slam on your brakes because it's a turn to go this way. So he's getting shot at here, but the scrapings and everything on the car very well could come from, because I believe he jumped this curb, broke his wheel, squeezed in between the dumpster and the wall here, which could have easily have scratched the hell out of his car as well, and landed here where there's a drag mark from the wheel being busted. I think the drag mark is from it getting put back up on the tow truck, but the drag mark is because the wheel's busted, period. Because if the wheel wasn't busted, Even the tow truck dragging the car up wouldn't cause the drag mark. But that's how I believe this all went down. I believe there were more... it's hard to say if there were shots over here. We never saw any shell cases. Never saw any shell cases over here. We never got to see this area in the police interview. The police talking, or my bad, this area. We never got to see this area, whether there were shell cases. We got to see that this entrance over here was taped off, but we never got to see this corner area to see if there were shell cases. That's my theory on what happened. He came around that corner, bam. After trying to check in, getting shot at, trying to check in, I believe he probably pulled in and parked. I bet they came in and pulled right here. Bam. Once he pulled here, shooter gets out of the car, goes over, probably walks. I bet he walks this way. He may walk up the driveway, but in my opinion, it'd be smarter to walk up the trees to stay less visible and start shooting at FOOLIO over here. He gets into his car, and maybe as FOOLIO's walking out of the building from checking in, he gets in his car. This guy backs into this spot. FOOLIO pulls off as now this guy is shooting at him. Alright, I'm saying it kind of fast. This guy backs into this spot from pulling into here. And we know he pulled into here because it lines up with everything over here. Like, this is the flagpole and those bushes. Like, you could see those bushes. You see those bushes, you see the flagpole. He pulls in there and then backs in to this spot from that point. Like, he lets the shooter out, backs into this spot. Shooter walks over here as FOOLIO is now getting back into his car from checking into the hotel. Shots let off. There's 3 bullet holes in the building over here that we all know of. They had a bullet hole in this pole, this window shot out, and this brick had a bullet hole. So FOOLIO then gets, as he's getting back into his car, he flees this way. The car is in this spot, either rams him or not, and he starts getting shot at from the windshield from this angle, and then flees this way. We know all this because cars here, palm tree, pole. Alright. Palm tree, pole. Camera from this way. Sees the car here. Sees FOOLIO's car coming this way. Sees the shooter here. We know this is the spot, the tree, the curb line, the drain culvert, the parking. This is where it is. This is definitely. So after the shooter tries to shoot him over here, FOOLIO flees this way. The shooter is now right here at this point, shooting at FOOLIO from here. FOOLIO probably bends this corner, takes off this way. Had FOOLIO veered that left, may or may not have been life-saving. I believe he jumped this curb through here and landed here, busted his wheel. We don't know if there was any shooting that happened here because there's no bullet casings in the crime scene that we see over here, unless they were picked up before we got to see anything. But we know there was only one car here at that time. FOOLIO came through here, busted his wheel jumping these curbs, and landed in that spot. But if FOOLIO was able to still drive from the first round of shooting over there, and he went this way, This could have been life-saving. There's the main road in front of the hotel of the Holiday Inn, because you got a La Quinta, Holiday Inn, and then a Hotel 2 or a Home 2 by Hilton. But or had FOOLIO tried to back straight up from this spot, he would have also, I went this way. Alright, so dumpster pad. Had FOOLIO back straight up from here, also the other exit out onto the main road. So I think the path Julio chose to drive, unfortunately, didn't help him. It didn't hurt him. Well, maybe it did, because it busted his wheel and left him stuck in that one spot where he was a sitting duck. But the main crime happened right here. He could have been rammed. That car could easily be ramming him. But I believe a lot of the wheel braking happened going around that dumpster. I think he jumped that dumpster. The car's not even hitting the front wheel in this. So we know this didn't break the front wheel. 100%. Like, no way. But that's my conclusion. We'll see as more evidence gets revealed, but based on the evidence that I see now, that would be my conclusion. 100%. Like it or love it, I don't know what to tell you, but that's my conclusion. Hit that like, subscribe, follow. Y'all know what to do. Share the video. Show me some love. Trying to get into this. Peace.